I want to read you guys a comment. I asked a simple question in my community post on YouTube. Do you have press photos or artist photos of yourself? And the response I got immediately was, shut the F up, B. Anyone can take a quick photo with a phone. All that stupid headshots crap is dead. You are the problem, not the solution. So I want you to take a look at these two photos. One was a selfie taken with my phone real quick, and the other was a professionally taken and planned out photo for my artist press shots. Which one would you say you would buy something from or support? On the other hand, which one do you think is going to have companies want to represent their brand and demand higher pay? So today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I take my press photos by myself, my self-portraits for my music, artist image, my branding. I'm touching on a bunch of different things in this video, but let's get started. So the first thing you want to pay attention to when you're getting ready to take press photos of yourself or any kind of photo shoot is to pre-game. And by that, I don't only mean alcohol. You can have alcohol. But what I mean is like setting the mood, setting the vibes for whatever kind of shoot you're going to go for, because that's going to reflect how you present yourself on the camera and in your photos. And also it's going to make you feel kind of, good about yourself and get your spirit kind of lifted. This is playing music, setting the lights, whatever it may be. And in my case, having a little sip of wine as well. All right, so now that the pre-game is over, next we have step one, in my case, which is to set up the lighting. One thing I love to do is have multicolored lighting, kind of two-tone lighting in my photos, whether that's shining on my face or behind me. Have an empty wall, just somewhere where you can take, even if it's just headshots, a wall that's plain color. These lights are gonna come in real useful. Now in my case, what I have here is the YN360 multicolored LED lights. These are very cheap on Amazon, and they can paint a mood wherever you put it. If you put it behind you, you can get like some cool like silhouette effects, or you can have two different lights to kind of accent each other. You see what I mean right here? So it's got a cool, they'll be off camera, but it's got a cool two-tone feel. But you want to have a bit of a theme when you go into shooting, like what kind of lighting are you going to use? That way you can communicate yourself in the lighting as well as the poses and the imagery itself. Lighting is very important. It's very important. Another important thing to think about when lighting is, of course, the main light that you need, which is a key light. I have the Godox SL60W, which is a really cheap light from Amazon, but it is as good as something like an Aperture 120D, very comparable to that for I think 1/3 the price. I have two of these lights, so I recommend that you get them because they are really good for taking photos and filming videos. So you guys can see the lighting is already coming together. Just kind of to demonstrate, got the key light and then the two lights here so you see what's happening in the background. That's what we're looking for. The next step that you want to take to achieving your self-shot photo shoot for your artist image is to use a camera, to get your camera set up. I am shooting with a Panasonic Lumix GH5. It's not the best camera for photos, but it does work if you have great lighting, which I do. Other great cameras to use are like Canons, Sony, whatever camera you use, you're gonna want to follow these same directions because each of these cameras have their own system, but it works the same way. And then in whatever camera you're using, you also want to make sure that you have the Bluetooth on and the Wi-Fi, whatever's gonna allow you to connect to your phone in whatever app that you have, whether that's Canon, Sony, or Panasonic. They all have apps to where you can remotely shoot with your cameras. So my Wi-Fi is already on, record. You can see everything I point my camera at, I'll see on my phone. So this is what's going to make shooting with this setup very easy to actually take photos. When you have a very small space, you want to make sure that you use the widest lens possible if you're trying to get full body shots. That's why in this case, with this micro four thirds camera, I have a 10-25 millimeter 1.7 aperture, which the full frame equivalent would be about 20 millimeters. So if you've got a full frame camera, 20 millimeters, 16 is even cool. Just make sure it's not a fisheye effect that you're getting when you use your camera to take photos in your lens. You want to have something that gives you the ability to take full body shots as well as maybe a separate lens or the same lens that can zoom in to take nice close-up shots as well. And now the action. What I do after I accessorize myself is I pose and do incremental changes in my position to get a variety of shots. When you're doing your shoot, you can try different lighting combinations. You can find some examples using Canva's color wheel. You can also try different lighting placements to get different feels for your photos. Whether you're inside or outside, be sure to take action shots of yourself as well, so that you can have a good mix between action shots and formal poses. And now it's time to edit your photos. I would recommend for desktop using Lightroom by Adobe. This is an app that offers a lot of user presets, free presets, and ones you can buy online. You can also use any of your favorite photo editing apps on your iPhone, iPad, or Android device. Just make sure that it's able to edit raw photos, because those are going to be the highest quality photos you can possibly get. So, in a nutshell, that's pretty much how I take photos of myself using my space that I have allotted to me. You can apply this to whatever space you're working with, but if you can find a clean wall to just kind of doctor up with your lighting or whatever it may be, and good space, whatever works for you. Now, if you guys want to use any of the looks that I used in today's video, like my LUTs, I'll have a link down in the description where you can download that for free off my website. Also, if you have any questions on the gear that I use in today's video, that will also be linked down below in my kit.co profile. It'll have everything from the lights to the cameras to even the computer and the phone and stuff that I use to edit. I am thinking if I should do a phone-only version of this, so if you do want to see that, if you made it this far in the video, please let me know down in the comments. Like this video if it was helpful for you, subscribe and ring that bell for all of my future videos. Make sure you set it to all notifications so you'll see every single video that I upload from here on out. As always, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for another fun video, and as always, stay legendary.